Basket can't defend. He's got the outside line for the second part, and he can't hold on.
Going the long way around. We're going to be 3 wide for the lead as they all come to the line. Who is going to take it in the end?
And here comes Lockwood. He's going to make the move to the outside. Quinn tries to force him off a little bit, but there he goes. It's going to be side by side through turn 1.
Will he be able to cover him off? He does. Weaving back to the left-hand side. Reynolds is trying everything. The kitchen sink is being thrown at it.
They're leaning on each other. Coming into turn number 3. It's going to be a drag race through 3 and 4. Coming back to the line. Here comes Frisch on the bottom.
Bouchard's going to hold the inside. Tries to be the late breaker here. They're going to be side by side through the final chicane. They bang doors, but keep it clean.
As they're still 4 wide on the run down into the back straightaway. Demerit's looking for a line as well. What is going on in Michigan?
No back into the fence. They're still beating and banging.
Oh,
and to the line.
He is much faster coming through there. Is there damage on Challenger? Abramitis is ahead. There's going to be a race to the line. Who is going to get it?
Well, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Week number 6, Freedom Motorsports Alliance. Season 2 here on Racer Nexus. Qualifying's just wrapping up. We're on week 6 of 12. I'm Richard Swindells. In the booth with me tonight, doing production and commentaries, Adam Gladfelter. Welcome back, Adam. We've got cameras tonight, like always, by Track Cams 22. Looks like it's going to be an exciting night of racing here at Watkins Glen. We're doing the full circuit tonight, folks. The boot. It's opened in 1956. We're 5.5 kilometers long, 3.45 Freedom units. It's going to be an awesome race. I'm really looking forward to this one, Adam. It's a track favorite of many here in the Freedom Motorsports Alliance.
Absolutely, man. Hey, and let's get down to these points. I'm looking forward to tonight. The pro, Marshall Crocker Jr. ahead with Brock Morrison second, Chase Matsko third with Chris Lashbrook in fourth, Anthony Sorrento in fifth. Looks like we got Pro-Am, Alex Jacobson, Fernando Rosario, Anthony Barranco in third, Jay Davis fourth, and Jamie MacArthur in fifth. And in the AM class, Dustin Wells, Jacob Brown in second with Broughton Jones in third, Alexander Berger in fourth with Cody Deek in fifth place.
Yeah, it's very, very good. You know, this is the first time we've broken it up into 3 series, so it's a really interesting mix of drivers we've got. So looking forward to seeing how this all shapes out as the season progresses. So far, it's been an exciting season with Pro-Ams and Ams getting right in the mix with the pros. So, but qualifying's over, folks. They're starting to grid up, and man, we got a big field here tonight, Adam.
Absolutely. Looks like, what, 38 drivers here. So let's get down as these drivers are getting gridded up. Let's get to the starting lineup, starting with your pole sitter, Alex Jacobson, with Brock Morris. There we go. Not sure why that's not working. Okay. There we go. Row number 2, Zachary Tankersley with Jacob Dick. Row 3, Chris Lashbrook with Anthony Barranco. Row number 4, Dustin Wells and Brandon Anderson. Row number 5, Fernando Rosario with Mark Nelson.
In row 6, we have Adam Brady and David Bush III. Row 7, Broughton Jones and Jeremy Eschleman. Row 8, we've got Kyle Mavis and Tony Sorrentino. Row 9, Nathaniel Fryman and Jacob Brown. And Jody Nielsen and Evan Guimet round out your top 20.
Row 11 is going to go to Chase Matsko with J.R. Davis. Row 12, Justin Welsh with James Tankersley. Row 13, Robert Milbrath with Adam Lowe. Row 14, Phil Amaro with Matt Mars. Row 15, Alexander Berger with Aaron Sanford.
And row 16, P31, Aaron Siebens with PJ Wentline. Row 17, we've got Jacob Williams and Cody Deek. Row 18, Tim Tibbins, not Tim McBasketball, and Robert Howard. And rounding out your field, we've got Mark Osier and Michael Lemanchek. Man, that's a big, big grid, Adam. That's going to be a lot of fun here at Watkins Glen tonight as we watch them going through the bus stop chicane here on their out lap following the pace car. We got 45 minutes of race action. They're going to need a pit stop for fuel, folks. And interestingly, Pro-Am taking pole tonight. Alex Jacobson has been on an absolute tear of late.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You know, but you can't take out some of these other guys like Jacob Dick, Zachary Tankersley, back here, Brock Morris. I mean, look at this. Brock Morris starting second. I mean, we got some heavy, heavy hitters up here, Rich.
Oh, that's for sure. I mean, Brock Morris, no stranger to being in victory lane. Uncle Tank, Zachary Tankersley, also having Chris Lashbrook being the Merc all the way from Australia. I know he wanted to set up a webcam. We'll have them back working again next week, folks. A little bit of technical difficulties, but nonetheless, we appreciate your efforts, and we will get them on screen next week for you. But look at that great mixture of cars. We've got manufacturers, McLaren, we've got Corvette, we got Aston Martin, we got Mercedes, we got Fords, we got Porsche, all in the top 10. So a really nice mixture. And then David Busch III, as always, in the Lamborghini. And this week he's got a nice livery for autism awareness. David Busch III, we appreciate what you're doing there with the Lunatic Racing livery.
Absolutely, David. Man, it speaks volumes, buddy. As a person who knows some people with autism, it really hits home. So thank you for that.
Yeah, David Busch III, new last week to Freedom Motorsports Alliance, but no stranger to Racer Nexus. Had a good performance in his first race with the league. We'll see what happens this week. Drivers coming around, just going into turn 11, just finishing up the lap. And the pace car is going to be pulling off here, and we're going to be getting underway. Pace car ducking in real late. Jacobson now in control of the field. It's gone green. Alex Jacobson in the inside. He's in the McLaren. He's going, but Brock Morris cornered on the outside. We're going 4 wide in behind them, folks. But Alex Jacobson holding up Brock Morris for now. They're still side by side. Brock Morris looks like he may have a nose ahead right now. Brock Morris does. Alex Jacobson, not a good place to go 2 wide here. But Brock Morris victorious. Are 3 wide in behind. Everybody's safe so far up there, though.
Yeah, Brock Morris taking the lead here in that American muscle. How about that, Rich? And Anthony Branco now up 2 spots.
Oh, no,
we've got a parking lot.
Calamity.
We've got a parking lot back here, folks. Woo, man.
Oh, my goodness gracious. It looks like I don't know. We lost, it looks like half a dozen cars. They're spun around backwards. It is just basically a used car parking lot. Track is blocked. Somebody's not going to be very happy. A bunch of people not going to be very happy. We'll try and get it back to look at that a little later on, but there's parts all over the place. Bunch of cars ruined. Phil Amaro is new to Racer Nexus, Freedom Motorsports Alliance. He's out. Robert Milbrath, he's into the pits. A couple more cars on the screen here. I'm not sure. Chris Lashbrook, he's just sitting there in the middle of the track. He's not very happy.
Yeah, Mark Nelson,
and we're going to keep going on board and see what happened a little later on. Maybe we can go pick it up with some live race at. Ooh, it looks like they've thrown a caution. We have got a caution. Our first time having a caution here.
Yeah, a full course caution there, Rich. Never seen that, but I mean, hey, when you pull up to the junkyard and you need a part, they're just sitting right there on track. You just drive by and get what you want.
Yeah, I'm just trying to take a listen to race director instructions here while we're live here, and yeah, they've called the full course caution. A bunch of drivers are going to be out. They're not going to be able to get fixed in time anyway, but trying to reorganize things with that track blockage. I don't really think they had any other choice. And you know, we've been broadcasting Freedom Motorsports Alliance for 2.5, 3 seasons now, and I've never seen a start like that. That was rather unfortunate, Adam.
Man, it's a complete shock to me too. I've seen some of the other broadcasts that I haven't been calling with you, and I mean, it's always just nice, go lucky, easy driving here. But a parking lot, that's just crazy. Hey, but it's really tight there. They were 3 wide going around that corner.
Well, I had 3 and 4 wide. Any chance we could maybe see a replay of how that started, Adam? Well, we got this. I don't want to put a little pressure on you, but there's got to be some calamity going on there, folks. While Adam's looking that up. Oh, Adam is foul.
A little bit low. Well, we're a little bit late here.
Yeah, that's.
We may have to.
Look at the pirouette on that. That looks like Chris Lashbrook's car. That's just flying through the air. My goodness.
And
wow.
I have a feeling we're going to have to go way back, though, because, I mean, these guys are wrecking way early here. Let's see if we can't go a little bit higher here. Let's see what it looks like from here. somebody's off track here, and no, it's happening up front as well. Let's take a look here.
Yeah, maybe go
up a
maybe
little
up to
bit.
Chris Lashbrook's car if you can.
Yeah, let's see if we can see that. Yes, there we go, because he's out of the race. Okay, so it's already wrecking.
He was
here.
one in the air.
He's flipping.
He was the one in the air. So
this is what I saw back here was 3-wide battle here with Chris Lashbrook on the inside. Oh, he just gets loose. And
there we go.
Launches. Looks like Artemis going to the around the moon.
Yeah, going 3 wide through that section never works out well, but I've never seen it work out quite that badly. Rather unfortunate for all the drivers. So hopefully we get a nice clean start going forward here, or a restart when we get going, and we'll see what happens. So
absolutely insane. Hey, but you know what? Good news though. The top 20, perfectly fine. We almost lost half the cars.
That is optimism. Yeah, we still got 26 cars that aren't in the pits, but we lost, like you said, we lost 12 of them, folks. So that's unfortunate, and wow. But anyhow, we are here to showcase what happens, good and bad. That was certainly bad and ugly. Looks like Brock Morris faking diving into the pits. I don't know what he was going to go in for, but we're going to go around for at least one more caution lap here. Let everybody get this all sorted out, and it's a pretty long caution. It's not like we're running here at Lime Rock Park or anything, so we got a little bit of time to kill here. And hey, Adam, it's great to have you back. It's been a while since we broadcast together. Always a pleasure. I know you're an oval specialist, but you certainly cover these road courses quite well, as can be evidenced by that great replay work there.
Man, I try. Hey, but you know what? The honor is mine, Rich. There's nobody better in the business I'd rather work with than the legendary Rich Swindell. But, man.
Not like you had choice tonight, though, either, is there?
Well, that's true, you know. But I'm glad we're at a track that I like. We're at Watkins Glen. Oh. Now, I've turned tons of laps here in the GT3s, the Indy, NASCAR, and I love this track. So I'm glad I've covered it tonight. I've got my favorites. I've got my not-so-favorites. And this is going to be a good one.
I think that's like everybody. Everybody's got the favorite. I don't know if Watkins Glen's my favorite, or in my list of favorites, but it's certainly a track I do like, and I know it well. I mean, I think I've raced, like I said, everything. I've raced everything here from MX-5s to supercars, Indy cars, Formula cars, GT3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all of them. And it's interesting. I like doing the full circuit with the boot. It's also nice doing the NASCAR short version. It's just, this track's got a mix of everything, and it's in a classic American track.
Yes, it is, and it's fast, competitive. I mean, you don't have to be the fastest here to win at this track. It is a technical track, especially with the full course that they're doing here with the boot and hill and all that. So you don't have to be the fastest. You do have to be consistent, though, because these things will reach out and bite you.
Yeah, you certainly got to be consistent. And, yeah, I mean, turn 9, which is my nemesis. I'll let the viewers at home know when we get up to turn 9, where we're just coming up to turn 8 next. Turn 9 is my nemesis, Adam. It's an off-camber, uphill, peaking at the crest of the hill, hard left-hand corner that's blind, and if you get on the throttle at all, you're either, if you don't get on the throttle, you may drift out to the wall. If you get on the throttle too early, the back end's going to come around, you're going to put it into the other wall.
Yes.
I think that's key here, that and the last corner to making a good lap. And here's turn 9 right here, folks. It's a blind corner, uphill, and then you're going off camber. It widens out. There's a wall on the right side. If you get on the throttle too early, you're going to the wall on the left side. Looks like pace car lights are out, so does that mean we're going green, Adam? You're more of a guy who knows about this pace car rules than I am.
Buddy, you better believe it. We're about to take that green flag. We're going to let Brock Morris and Alex Jacobson lead the way once again. And we're going to go in-car cam here very soon to show you folks just what it takes to get around this track, because it is no easy task. Here we go. Back on the front stretch. The flagman's got the flag in his hand, and the green flag is out. Here we go. Everybody spread back out once again. I mean, I'm seeing some 3 wide back there, some jostling for position. Got a Mercedes-Benz back here, the purple one, trying to do some work as the 09 and the 05 battle side by side.
All right, looks like everything's going so good so far. A little bit of dust, but that's okay. People using the runoff not to be unexpected. They're still going too wide here, though, folks. Brock Morris, Alex Jacobson, and Anthony Barranco getting in the mix right now. And we got a nice little train up the right side, kind of leaving Alex Jacobson hung out to dry on the outside. Now they're going 2 by 2 through the chicane. Never a good thing, but it looks like everybody straightens it out, gets it in order 1 by 1. Brock Morris, Alex Jacobson, Anthony Barranco, 1, 2, 3 as we're about halfway through this first lap.
Jacob Dick in that Mercedes right there. Boy, is he's fast. He's well, he's running right where he started. I mean, he was fastest in practice here the entire time I was in the lobby watching. I think we need to look out for him as we got Brandon Anderson picking up 4 spots here. Now looking to the outside of Jacob. Not going to make it stick and falls back to Dustin Wells and Adam Brady.
Yeah, right now, it's so far so good, though. Much better restart here, folks. These boys getting it done well. As we take a look at Adam Brady. Adam Brady right now sitting in 7th place. Oh, big spin there. Go hold the brakes, Dustin Wells. Good job. The front end's gone in that car, unfortunately. That beautiful looking, bad rejoin there. Aston Martin is looking worse for wear, and unfortunately, Dustin Wells just got himself into, I'm not sure who that was that got hit, but Michael Lemanchik taking the meatball flag for that, and unfortunately for Michael, doing nothing wrong, just being in the wrong place at the wrong time. But Brock Morris holding the lead now over Alex Jacobson. So right now, Brock Morris, yeah, he's just trying to nurse it home, I think. Get it into the pits and see if he can get it fixed up to finish this race. We're only 34 minutes left, 45-minute race. The first 11 minutes pretty much used up, but nice big battle, 1 and 2. They're separating a little bit from Anthony Barranco now, Adam.
Yeah, here they go, trying to get side by side here as they go back through the bus stop once again. Nose to tail. Morris not able to pull from Jacobson at all as they're going around the carousel. Well, the half the carousel, and then they go way downhill here to turns 6, 7, 8, and 9. Let's get on board here while we have a second. And actually, we're going to get on here with Alex Jacobson since he's following the car and see exactly what it takes to get around this course here.
Yeah, this is awesome here. We're at turn 7. It's deceiving. There's a couple of lines to take through there, and sometimes the fastest line's going around the outside. You make use of that banking to kind of slingshot yourself around. Now we're coming up into turn 8. You want to use all the runoff here, folks. All the runoff. Get way out on the curves. You can even go further out if you want to.
Yeah, you go all the way up to the
This
wall.
is my toughest corner. Yeah, toughest corner here is turn 9 to me. I don't know about you, but that's just a tough corner. Both drivers executing superbly.
I normally wreck in turn 9, Rich, about 7 out of 9 times.
Wow, we're the same.
I absolutely despise that. All right, folks, here is the trouble spot for me. Coming down the front stretch, you're at full speed here. And then you can see Alex Jacobson trying to grab the draft. And then downshifted way down into 3rd gear here, using up all of the rumble strip as they're going up through the S's now. And
yeah, there's a whole bunch of time can be made or lost there in turn 1. It's all about momentum, and I find it's more about feel than it is about hitting your right braking marker. You don't want to use too much brakes coming into the bus stop chicane here, using all the curb, keeping the foot to the floor, coming around exit, and now it's just a little bit of throttle modulation coming around this big sweeping carousel of turn 5. And right now, Jacobson, Pro-Am driver, applying a lot of pressure to Brock Morris. Brock Morris holding fast, though. We got battles in behind, though. We got battles all up and down the track. Top 4 have kind of split away from the field a little bit, but we got battles all the way back. Evan Guimet just passing Alex Berter. Uncle Tank's making some moves, too. He's down 8 positions after that start. But take a look at Zachary Tankersley. Zachary Tankersley right now, currently in 11th place. He's got Evan Guimet up ahead. James Tankersley up ahead of him, so nice little train of cars. So even though we lost a bunch of people, we still got some good battles up and down. Making a move to the inside on M. Guimet is Uncle Tank. Uncle Tank moving up to 10th. Now, his brother's next car ahead of him, but he's 3.5 seconds up. Somebody's giving the razzle dazzle. Didn't like that. I don't know why, but having giving a little flash of the lights to Tankersley. But whoa, a big spin back in the back there.
Cody D.
Like, I'm not sure who that was.
Cody D.
He has a Cody D.
Oh,
yeah.
We got another one in the wall just in front of him here. Mercedes looks like, or Aston Martin.
Well, we tried to warn you folks about turn 9, and I guess they didn't hear us. Yeah, they did not hear us.
Plenty of battles going on. I mean, there's some. Most of it's single file here, as we've got the 03 here of Jeremy Eshelman trying to battle, looks like Anthony Serentino. Nice battle. Oh,
yeah,
they
Jeremy
almost touched there.
Yeah, almost touching it. 3 cars. Oh, they're getting real close. That's some scary racing and some brave racing, folks. Jeremy Eshelman falling on by Anthony Sorrentino. Alexander Berger coming into the bus stop, going side by side. That's very, very brave at this stage of the race. And unfortunately, didn't work out. Tony Sorrentino holding off the hard-charging Jeremy Eshelman and Alexander Berger. Berger, sorry, folks. But Sorrentino making the best of that one. As they went side by side, the line was just a little bit too tight for Jeremy Eshelman to make any moves.
It looks like he had to back out a little bit. Broughton Jones, though, currently running in the 12th position. Getting closer and closer to Gilmetti here. Only 2/10 separate these two drivers. Definitely put some pressure on him. So that GT Pro-Am driver, he's got a mirror full of the 444 of Broughton Jones.
Yeah, at least driving that Mustang, you know, when he's looking at the nose, you know, it's a familiar looking car, so he knows how the car's going to handle that's behind him. But
that's true.
Nice little Ford on Ford action for 11th place.
I like it. And speaking of Ford on Ford, Anthony Baranco, Brandon Anderson now, Jacob Dick able to make the spot happen up into 3rd to get around Baranco. Baranco's kind of lost a good bit of gap here over the top 3. And now it's Baranco in 4th with Anderson trying to close up here. Only a second, little less than a second and a half back from Baranco. So he's making some time. This Overdrive Alliance 001 Ford Mustang definitely moving up to the field.
Yeah, Brandon Anderson, saw him last week out, and Brandon Anderson had a very solid effort in the very nicely themed for Freedom Motorsports Alliance livery on this car. So I think he kind of knows his market when it comes to how he did his wrap on this car tonight.
Man, it looks phenomenal. Looks phenomenal. I'm gonna have to find the secret here, because I love the shininess of the flag there around the door and on the hood. Just looks awesome, man. As we look back a little bit further, in 6th, Fernando Rosario, only up 3 spots. But I'm looking at these two guys back here, Justin Welch and James Tankersley. So there's Justin Welch in 8th. James Tankersley a little bit further back, 3 seconds back. But these guys, Rich, they're up 15 spots running inside the top 10.
Yeah, that's very impressive. I mean, we got a bunch of people up a tremendous amount of spots, but these are the only 2 in the top 10 who've done that. They've moved up and then got themselves up into the lead, the top 3rd of this race. We got Mark Ossie up 21 spots, started near the back of the field, 2nd last, and he took advantage of everybody else's misfortunes. He hit the brakes when he had to, avoided all the calamity, staying on the lead lap, 16th place. Nice to see Mark. Good driving, a little bit of good luck, good fortune, and hey, that's pretty good.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at this other guy right here, Jacob Williams here in the Iron Horse Motorsports Ford Mustang. I don't know why I keep getting on these Ford Mustangs. I got to change up my brand a little bit.
It's a little bit of a bias there, Adam.
Oh yeah, probably. But up 14 spots from where he started.
Back up at the lead. We still got that battle going on between Brock Morris, Alex Jacobson, and Jacob Dick. So right now, Brock Morris is doing a good job of holding off Alex Jacobson and Jacob Dick, but we got Chase Matsko up ahead, a car a lap down, so we will see how quickly they close in on him. Right now, they're just about a second and a half behind the Chase Matsko, so Chase Matsko, I believe, was caught up in some of that earlier incident. But Chase Matsko, veteran race driver here at Freedom Motorsports Alliance, one of the admin advantage team. I'm sure he will make things out. Oh, here he comes into the pits right now. And speaking of pits, I think that'll be interesting. How much is that going to change pit stop strategy here with those 2 caution laps? It's going to, I think that's going to change up maybe some people's game plans.
Well,
Adam, I'm not sure what's going to happen.
I'm just sitting here thinking that about 10 minutes ago, we were under caution for, say, 2 laps here, 2.5 at 3 minutes, 20 seconds around here. So they saved a lot of fuel. I see them pitting around 10 minutes to go. I mean, I think they're going to drain the tanks on these things and do a little short pit here at the end. And I mean a short pit, just enough to get a few gallons in to go the rest of the way.
Yeah, one thing we've seen this season that we hadn't seen in seasons past is people taking some tires sometimes. Yep. Taking front tires only, not all 4 because they're going to lose too much time in the pits. It'll be interesting to see. I think Brock Morse last week did, and the week before didn't, or vice versa. And it'll be interesting to see what happens this week because, they're really only going on the tires hard for a little less time than they were because of those caution laps. And also, it takes a couple of laps to get those new front tires heated up where you've got top performance. So I would expect less drivers to take tires. As we take a look at Jacob Dick, new to Freedom Motorsports Alliance GT3 Racing, sitting in second place, up 2 positions, having a great day in the Merc.
Yeah, that Mercedes driver, Jacob Dick, he may be new to Freedom Motorsports Alliance, but he is not new to this track or the GT3s. Not the way he's behind the wheel tonight. This guy means business. I mean, look at that. Brock Morse trying to break the draft on him, not happening, sending it down, just absolute perfection. As we're counting this time down here with 24 minutes left, I'm looking at his time here. He's 3/10 of a lap, at least 3/10 of a lap faster each lap than Brock Morse. He's running down that 05 machine of Morse.
Yeah, having a very strong effort. I'm not sure what class he's in, to be honest with you. I don't have that on my timing and scoring because
GT Pro.
Oh, he's a pro. Well,
Yes,
that's
sir.
good then. So we got pro driver Brock Morris in first, Jacob Dick, a pro driver in second, Pro-Am Jacobson in third. So Pro-Am's doing quite well once again, and nice to see Jacobson having a solid effort tonight. These 3 drivers have kind of set the pace right now. Branko's about almost 2 seconds behind them, and kind of looking for some scraps. He's kind of on his own and out of draft range, which is kind of tough on this track.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at their lap times, though, Rich, and the lap times are very competitive. Branko's still running some of the faster times up here inside the top 10/top 5 or so. So still very competitive. I think if he can get a sniff of the draft and or get Brandon Anderson behind him to kind of, get nose to tail, maybe they can run down those top 3 of Morse, Dick, and Jacobson.
Yeah, that's the goal anyways. And we've got the pit stops too. So that usually makes a little bit of a change between people because somebody's going to use a little less fuel. Somebody's going to cut the margins a little closer. Some people are going to get on and off pit lane better than others. I mean, it's not just about how much fuel you take on. It's how quick you can go from cone to cone. And some of the drivers have spent a lot of time practicing that.
Yeah, and by cone to cone, Rich is referring to like the total pit time from the time they get on the brakes down to the pit road speed, which I believe is like 45 miles per hour here, which is very, very slow, all the way till they come out to pass turn 1. That's going to make a huge difference. And like, just kind of feeding off what Rich says, some of these drivers are going to push the limits. They may run out of fuel, but yeah, I see some of the guys back there, Rich, 5th on back, maybe taking some tires, because this track really eats up the tires. especially when they're pushing this hard. I mean, they're running 1 minute 43. That's pretty quick.
It's quicker than I'm running, I'll tell you that. I mean, I think I need an Indy car to get around that fast around here. These guys got some pace, some great pace. Hey, I'm wondering, is any chance we can take a look at the number 34 car of Matt Mars, Adam? I always just, he's following along behind Alexander Berger right now, and I always like to take a look and see what livery he's got. He's another one of the admin advantage teammates. Hey, good timing. He's having himself a good battle here with Alexander Berger. And what's he got on the side of that car tonight?
But it's like like comic book style. I like it.
Yeah, that is awesome job, Matt. Matt making a move to the inside, tucking it up the inside as they're coming down around towards turn 7. Backs out of it wisely. Now they're going to go side by side coming up through 9. I think right now Berger's got the inside. It's going to be his advantage. Matt Mars applying some pressure. Matt Mars never disappoints with his liveries. Thanks, Matt. We really appreciate it.
Oh, you know, he's one of the best at these things, and you never know when he's breaking to the track. You never know until you load into the session to actually take a look here. You have no clue what he's got up his sleeve.
No, that is for sure. And look at them going 2 by 2. And it's like, pick a lane, folks. Lenny Lane, Alexander Berger, also with a Sin City livery. That's quite cool. Yeah, I like that. I think very nice job. It kind of looks like Matt Mars-ish in a way with the comic book style there tonight.
I really like it. And, you know, the more I see these types of liveries here, I just fall more in love with these things. You know, I'm waiting to see, there's this, like, Sharpie, we got some smoke up here. Somebody's either grilling or they're off track.
I hope it's grilling.
but yeah, me too. But anyway, like the car's white and it's got a bunch of Sharpie lines on it. I've yet to see that here. And hopefully Matt Mars can make something like that, because it's kind of like on the comic book theme side of liveries.
Yeah, there's all kinds of neat ways to do things. Just take a look here. Evan Guillemette currently in 10th place for Warp G Sports. Right now having himself a decent effort. Up 10 positions with Anthony Sorrentino up ahead of him. So these two, nice close battle for 9th place. Oh, swinging it way wide. A little touch of the tire barrier. Not too strong, but cost a lot of time. Tony Sorrentino liking what he's seen in his rearview mirror. That relieves the pressure for now. And they still got to do their pit stops, but gives Tony Sorrentino a little breathing room for now.
But yeah, Guillemette kind of went a little wide there out of turn number 9. Not a scratch on the car, though. I mean, he's really pushing the limits tonight. Like what I'm seeing from him as he's up 10 spots. He started in 20th. Kind of missed that wreck there a little bit. May have gotten a touch of damage. But, man, running top 10, that's pretty good night for Guillemette.
Yeah, I think those Mustangs are used to scraping walls here and there. I don't think it caused any damage, you know. I mean, as long as they're keeping straight, they're doing okay. But, you know, I'm more of a Corvette guy myself. And speaking of Corvettes, he is the man, the myth, the legend, Brock Morris up in first place. Up one position, Jacob Dick in behind him. Alex Jacobson right there as well. So 1, 2, 3, we're looking at them go down here the straightaway as they're approaching turn 8. Brock Morris been leading this basically since, well, really early on. I guess I'll call it the 3rd lap. But Brock Morris doing a good job here. Alex Jacobson holding on, and I think he's right in there. All of them have great pace, with Anthony Branco in 4th, ready to pick up the pieces if these drivers get into a little bit of a battle. Brant Anderson right there now with Branco.
And this is exactly what I was wanting to see, was Anthony Branco kind of back up a little bit. Oh, as we've got Alex Jacobson down pit road. Seems a little earlier than what I thought was going to happen there. That's the 3rd place there, but we're going to see. I'm going to look at his time here when he gets out, see if he took 4 fresh tires or just a splash and go.
Yeah, I think Jacobson may, you know, I'm not a big fan of coming in early on these little sprint races.
No.
The only time I will is if I think somebody head is holding me up and I can't get by them. And maybe Jacobson just thought, I'm coming in now because the 2 guys ahead of him, I got their pace. And if I can get myself some free track, a little bit of free track air, free track space, I may be able to just leapfrog them. Brock Morris continues to hold that lead now. over Jacob Dick. We'll see where everything sorts out once everybody cycle through their pit stops.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there, Rich, with Alex Jacobson. He's worked his way up to the back of Jacob Dick and Brock Morris, and then decided to pit here a little earlier than what you and I kind of discussed and was kind of brainstorming about. But I think he's going to get in some clean air, like you were saying, and be able to do time trial laps, because he was faster than he's been running in practice. His practice laps were pretty fast, so I think if he gets clean air, I think you're right, he might leapfrog these guys, which would be exciting to see.
Yeah, that all said, though, it looks like he came out right behind Alex Berger. Now he's finally gotten by Berger, so that will be a relief, because now there's nobody ahead of him for a couple seconds till he gets up to Matt Mars. Take a look here. What's going on with Alex Jacobson in the pits now? We got Brandon Anderson. So Brandon Anderson came in. Brock Morris going around. It looks like once again Brock Morris, Jacob Dick, Anthony Barranco, Fernando Rosario all continue to cycle around. Brandon Anderson taking this opportunity to come into the pits. Maybe he's thinking the same thing that Jacobson was earlier. Brock Morris, though, currently first, doing a great job, and he's done a great job all season long. He's just tremendous pace in that yellow Corvette.
Yes, he has. I'm not sure about his good luck or his bad luck, though. I think that he should have been more in the victory lane than he has been, but he's running very solid tonight here, and excited to see him up here in the #1 spot.
Yeah, and Jacob Dick, nice to see Jacob Dick giving him a little bit of pressure. And let's not discount Anthony Barranco back there in third place right now, having himself a good little battle. He was battling there with Fernando Rosario, but not anymore. So Anthony Barranco having a solid effort right now, up 3 positions, but we'll see where everything cycles out. Everybody up in the top, I'd say the top 7 still to do their pit stops.
Absolutely. As we got, it's like we got Fernando Rosario here, is now up in the 5th place. That 28, or I guess that's the 56. Yeah, that is the 56 of, looks like Jody Nielsen, kind of a lap car here in the way as Fernando Rosario. All right, here we go. The leaders, they pit together, Rich. They pit together,
I think
nose to tail.
I think we must be getting near the end of the pit window, and Alexander Berger got a black flag on pit road, so he must have been speeding in the pits or made it an unsafe entry. Ooh, somebody came in real wide here. That's going to cost Berger a bunch of time, unfortunately. We got a whole whack of cars in there. It looks like we got 6 of them coming down, 7 now. I think most of the people who haven't pitted yet are coming in, if not all.
Yeah, Sarantino coming down too, so the top 7 coming down. Gilmetti, Barranco's still out there. There's Barranco there, now taking up the lead. There's Gilmetti, 25 seconds back though. No threat for the lead at this time, unless some of the leader guys mess up. But yeah, I mean, he was running in about the 10th or 11th spot here, so we're gonna see. Maybe he can, now that he got clean air, maybe he can leapfrog some of these guys.
Yeah, all that going on. Anthony Barranco, the only one who did not come into pit lane. So Anthony Barranco continuing to charge on, obviously being a little more miserly on the fuel usage than everybody else. So maybe he's got a little more horsepower he's been hiding, and we'll see in the last, I don't know, 10.5 minutes or so. We've got 12.5 minutes left in this race. So Barranco going real wide, a little too wide. That's going to cost him huge time.
Oh yeah, that's going to cost him at least a half a second total track time. Using up all the track though out of 9, and he's kind of on the strategy that you and I thought they were going to be on. Get it down to close to 10 minutes to go, and then short pit. It may be the way to go. We're going to see here if maybe he can leapfrog some of these guys. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
And just like that, Barranco down pit road. So Gilmetti coming up. He's the last one here. Last pitted on lap 1. Everybody else has made their stops and should have enough to make it all the way, unless they made some kind of pit road mistake.
Yeah, and Evan obviously must have taken fuel when he came in, because he keeps going around one more time. And hey, more power to you. Taking advantage of that unfortunate, there's a yellow flag. It only makes sense if you're not up near the front to come into the pits, take on some fuel, and top off that tank, save yourself a little bit of time a little later on in the race. So Evan Gmet doing his best. Currently holding down first place, still having to pit. Brock Morris second, Jacob Dick third, Alex Jacobson fourth. So right now, Brock Morris is kind of about 2 seconds ahead of Jacob Dick, and Alex Jacobson right behind him.
Yeah, these guys are pretty close, but Brock Morris actually set the pace here off of pit road as he was just about 2 seconds here, about 1.75 seconds faster total pit time than Jacob Dick, and look at this, he's a second and a half on the track. So, I mean, just what you and I were talking about early on in the show, that cone to cone really makes a difference here.
Oh, tremendous amount. It's Brock Morris has demonstrated he knows what to do when it comes to pit strategy and coming into the pits. He's a little shy and not disclosing what his strategies and what he was doing, but Rob and I kind of figured him out, and Brock Morris, certainly a tremendous driver. As it's starting to get dark here, Watkins Glen.
Yes, sir, it is. All the headlights on every car are on. You can see Jacob Dick there, got his headlights on in that Mercedes-Benz. Alex Jacobson, though, man, I'm impressed with this guy. He's running right at the back of Jacob Dick, and was the first one to come down pit road. He didn't really gain any time, though. Once everything cycled back, he was right back to the back of the 15 car.
Didn't gain any time. I think he got a little bit of slowed down there behind, I think, Berger, but he didn't lose anything either, so no harm, no foul. Right now, Alex Jacobson having himself a good effort. He's sitting in fourth place, but he will probably move up to third once Evan Gmet comes into the pits.
Yeah, Evan should be pitting here in the next minute or well, probably next lap or so. As we see here, he's coming around. And what corner is that there? Looks like he's going down into turn 11 now. Nope, no he's not. That's 8. He's coming up to 8 now.
He's coming up to 8. He's got 8, 9. Just a few more corners left. He's got to be coming in now.
Got to be.
He's got to be coming in now. I mean, what's he running on? He got like 75 feet of fuel hose in that car because he's really milking it.
Yeah, he is. I mean, like you said, he pitted on lap 1, so he can't be going any further. I mean, we're talking 6 minutes under caution for fuel. He didn't use that much. And he's going around again. Unbelievable.
Oh,
from Evan.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but they're tracking him down, though. I mean, look at this. Brock Morris now 2 seconds back.
Yeah, I think he's trying to save and trying to get all the way to the end, but I don't think that's going to happen. I got some technical issues here. Adam, I'll be with you in just a second.
No problem, man. No problem. I'll take over. Let's take a look back here in 5th place. Brandon Ederson with Overdrive Alliance. Having some battles going on here. 7/10 ahead of Anthony Barranco. Anthony kind of falling back just a tick here. And now has been leapfrogged by Brandon Anderson. But Anthony Barranco's also got a battle going on here between Fernando Rosario. We're going to see if this Mercedes-Benz can top that position of the Ford Mustang in the 6th position of Anthony Barranco. Looking pretty solid, though, Fernando is. So we're going to see. Looks like he about a half a second quicker that last lap by, so he closed up tremendously on the back of Barranco. And Uncle Tank here, Zach Tankersley in 8th. Trying to catch up to the back of these boys.
Yeah, Uncle Tank, long time racer here. We've covered him a lot of times. Uncle Tank always driving something a little different than the usual, but sticking with that Aston Martin, there's a few of them out there right now. Uncle Tank having himself a solid effort this evening, and currently 8th place. Down a few positions. Justin Welsh behind him a bunch, but Fernando Rosario, Anthony Branco up ahead. And Justin Welsh, another nice livery. We've got lots of nice liveries in this league. Freedom Motorsports Alliance, the drivers really know how to paint up a car. Even in the dark, that thing looks beautiful.
Absolutely. And Elvin Giametti down pit road now for his stop with 6 minutes left. He's going to get a little splash and go here. And remember, when he didn't pit, everybody else did. He was 25 seconds behind. I'm just curious to see, did this long run help Evan? Because he was running a little far back. I mean, we're talking 10th, 11th, 12th area, 25 seconds back from Brock Morris. So I wonder if he's got it down to 20. Is he going to leapfrog? Is he going to be well inside the top 10? I don't know. I guess we're going to have to see. But Tony Serentino in 10th right now with Warp Esports doing the thing, man. He's doing a really good job tonight as it's just getting darker and darker.
Yeah, definitely getting darker and darker here. But we had a request from our live studio audience here for another quick shot of Matt Mars, if we could take a look at that, of the number 34 car. We just want to see what his livery looks like at nighttime.
It'll be my pleasure. There we go right there. Matt Mars with the Admin Advantage team here with Freedom Motorsports Alliance. Let's see if we can't get a little bit closer here.
Mellow yellow car going through the chicane, coming around the carousel, the big sweeping right-hander, banked right-hander. Matt Mars, never disappointing. I don't have that kind of time or skill, Matt. Hats off to you. We look forward to seeing you live on camera next week. Matt Mars is always one of our in-car camera cars. So currently 13th place, up 15 positions, out himself a solid effort tonight.
Oh yeah, you know, with it being Matt Mars himself and WATKINS GLEN, I figured that I'd see him up inside the top 10. But running 13th, I mean, it's a solid finish. He's had a quiet day. Not to complain on Matt Mars at all. But I figured, you know, seeing him in practice, I was looking for a top 10 finish. But, you know, we've got 4 minutes left here. Some things can happen. Just have to wait and see as they unfold. But let's get back up here to the leaders, shall we, Rich? Brock Morris still leading the way, only 2 tenths ahead of Jacob Dick. Jacob Dick able to close in now and separate himself from Alex Jacobson as they're going around and down into the toe of the boot.
Yeah, it's Jacobson, Jacob Dick. I wonder if he's just holding something in reserve here and saving something for the very end, because he was like 6-7 tenths down, and he's closed that right up, but he's pulled Jacobson right with him. Jacobson not far behind either. So this is going to be the finish we're looking for, folks. 3 minutes, 18 seconds left. We're on lap 22. We're going to start lap 23. I think we've only got 2 laps left, so this is a battle for first, second, and third. We'll see what happens.
Absolutely. And just looking at the time here of Jacob Dick compared to Brock Morris, the last 2 laps, he was 2 to 3 tenths a lap faster than Brock Morris. So I think you may be right, Rich. He may have something here in reserve, because he was fastest in practice, but Morris was up there too. He was in the top 3 of the fastest laps in practice. I mean, and we're talking about an hour-long practice. So, I mean, that's quite a time to hold the fast time. I mean, nobody could touch it.
Yeah, Jacobson losing a little bit of time there through the first corners 1 and 2 to these 2 drivers. Now we're taking a look. Jacob Dick applying all kinds of pressure, getting right in the back. They're going to go. No, I thought they're going to go side by side through the bus stop. Jacob Dick backing out of that wisely.
You're exactly right. He backed out of it right as they went down into the apex of the what am I thinking of? I've lost the word.
The chicane.
The chicane.
We can call it what we will. This is great racing here.
Yes,
43 minutes into this race.
On board here. Let's get on board here with Alex Jacobson as he's watching these guys. Oh man, look at the interior of the car. Nice and glowy. I like it. sets the tone, nice and soft lighting.
Yeah, we're coming around here, folks. This is turn 9. This is, I'll call it the Devil's Corner. I don't know what it's really named, but that is pure hell for me, to be honest with you, folks. Coming around here through turn 10. The drivers right now have themselves a solid effort. And they're coming around. Looks like I think Barney's going to be out waving the white flag. This should be the last lap. We got a minute 14. Yeah, there he is.
Last lap now. It's going to be up to these three. The only ones within striking distance. 9.7 seconds back is fourth place of Brandon Anderson. No shot to win unless these guys somehow mess up here and make another parking garage.
Yeah, let's hope not, as these drivers coming down. It's now or never here. Jacob Dick's gonna have to get brave. He's gonna have to send it late. He's gonna tuck back in behind, getting real close through the chicane. Jacobson also grew close. It's all about exit. It looks like Jacobson stick behind Dick as opposed to Morris. Now he's stuck behind Morris. Morris, though, with the two guys charging and racing, he's just kind of driving his race a little defensively, but not overly. He's looking forward. He's looking for that checker flag. He's not looking too much behind it. Whoa, Jacob Dick getting off onto the hard curbing. Jacobson trying to go around the outside. Outside, not necessarily a bad place to be here. But right now, Jacobson not getting that move done. Brock Morris loving the battle he sees in his rearview mirror. That's letting him stretch out that lead.
Oh, yeah, he's loving what he's seeing. I don't know that he's mirror driving, though, Rich. I don't know if he's mirror driving, but I think right now Brock Morris is going to run away with this one. I mean, he's a half a second now. All he's got to do is maintain and run the line he's been running for the last 45 minutes, and I think he'll be fine here. We only got a couple more corners.
Yeah, he definitely did a good job, and Jacob Dick did try to take his opportunity. Didn't work out. Brock Morris, our race victor tonight, flashing the lights in celebration. Jacob Dick second. Alex Jacobson, our Pro-Am driver, third.
Man, how about that? Let's take a look back here as Brandon Anderson coming out of turn 11 here with Anthony Branco to his bumper and Fernando Rosario. All these guys nose to tail here. Zach Tankersley coming across the line in 7th. How about that? With Justin Welsh and Evan Gilmetti coming out of turn 10, going into 11 for 9th. And Tony Sorrentino for your top 10.
Yeah, we got Jeremy Eschleman coming in behind there. But our race victor, Brock Morris, Jeremy Eschleman 11th. Brock Morris, first place in the beautiful yellow Corvette. And I'm biased. I go back to the days of meeting the legend Ron Fellows, who used to drive the Corvette factory team car back in my heyday. And in the nice bright yellow C6R. Brock Morris getting the job done here tonight, folks, on Freedom Motorsports Alliance at Watkins Glen.
Man, what a phenomenal show. I enjoyed watching the battles unfold between the front all the way to the back. You know, I hated that 12 cars got involved there on lap 1, like turn 4. But man, oh man, I've never in my life seen a parking garage like that.
No. I think in our history of broadcasting, that was unfortunately that was one of the bigger ones, and definitely for FMA, we haven't seen that, and we hope not to see that, and we hope nobody got seriously injured there.
Yeah, looks like who was that flipping over? I can't remember who that was.
Oh, that was Chris.
Yep, Chris Lashbrook.
Chris Lashbrook.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
our Aussie driver.
He's definitely going to the infield care center to be checked and released there.
Yeah, Chris Lashbrook's had a ton of pace since joining the league, but unfortunately, going 3 wide there, he got the worst of that one, and unfortunately, a bunch of drivers out there. But Brock Morris, our race victor, another solid effort in the Chevrolet Corvette. Jacob Dick second, Alex Jacobson third, and I'm wondering, let's see, I'm going to see if I can get a hold of Brock Morris, have a little chat with him. What do you think we do? You think we should do that? I think that makes some sense, so let's see if we can drag Brock Morris in here. some difficulties there. I don't know if you can help me out, Adam, if we could get Brock in.
Yeah, let's try that. Right now he's a little busy doing some burnouts. Let's see here if we can get old Brock Morris in here. Oh, man. Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, Brock Morris. What's going on, man? Adam Gladfelter and Rich Swindell in the booth, man. Nice burnouts, brother.
Dude, that might have been the most rewarding league win I've ever gotten in my life. That was stressful. And Jacob and Alex, like we were just talking in the interview room, that was incredible. It was just so much fun there, that whole race. So yeah, super excited about that one, especially I wasn't sure with just in practice how fast I was really going to be on the race pace, but especially with the lack of top speed. But I tried to make it like Indy out there, like, you know, doing the tail of the dragon down the straightaways, and luckily it was just enough to hang on there.
Man, I enjoyed watching it. Were you mirror driving at all?
I try not to with the like the whole swerving thing. I try and just like randomly decide where I'm gonna go, because then like I feel like if I mirror drive, then I mess up.
Yeah.
So I just try and focus on where I'm going, but then just randomly pick. So yeah, I try. And also I feel like that's kind of a, I don't know, dirty tactic a little bit, but it probably looked like I was a whole lot tonight.
Absolutely, man. Well, Rich, you got anything for our dominating winner tonight?
Well, Brock, this isn't the first time for you, and I don't think it's going to be the last time. We're in Mexico City next week. You can have anything for us to show? What are you going to show us there?
Probably another lack of top speed, if I had to guess. But yeah, Mexico, I really like that track. So hoping, you know, we've had some great momentum early in the season here, and hoping to carry it through.
All right, how about some shout-outs tonight, Brock?
Absolutely. First of all, Kettering University, Kettering Esports, Juicy Spider Studios, the High Side Podcast, you guys up here in the booth, FMA for putting this on, and Marshall, if you're watching, I'm sorry.
Absolutely, man.
It's all right. Well, thanks a lot, Brock. We'll see you next week.
Yes,
all
sir.
right, I'll see you guys.
All right, folks, let's see if we can't get some other guys in here. Who we want to get in here? See, we got...
Let's see if we got Jacob Dick, maybe. If we can get
Yeah,
him.
we got him. I'm moving him in here right now. Jacob Dick.
Hey, Jacob.
Adam Gladfelter and Rich Swindell. What's going on, man?
Nothing much. I'm smiling. I'm not even gonna lie. I enjoyed that race.
You had yourself a great battle with both Brock and Alex, and you made your move. You gave it a shot. It just didn't quite work out tonight.
Yeah, I knew that Brock was really, really strong in the middle part of the lap. The goal was to just stay close to him. I knew it was gonna have to be either the front stretch or the bus stop. I actually took him out in practice in the bus stop. So the last thing I wanted to do was do it again in the race. So I was just trying to keep it clean, stay close to him, and just do what I could to keep Alex behind as well.
Well, it seemed to have worked out. Second overall in tonight's race. You got to be pleased. I mean, unfortunately, you know, that first lap, a little crash in the midfield, took out a bunch of our drivers. But you guys up front had a really nice, clean run.
Oh yeah, the top three, even like top five. It was just all good, clean racing. Everybody was pushing each other to the limit, very respectful racing. Yeah, for a debut race, I greatly enjoyed that. Great community. Everybody was, yeah, like I said, super clean, thoroughly enjoyable. Everybody was pushing to the limit, which I really had to lock in the final few laps.
You know, it's. I mean, where do you go from here, Jacob? I mean, second place, first race. Mexico City is it first place, or are you going to be a second place man like Marshall Crocker Jr. was for his first few races with FMA?
Well, I think the livery I had on my car states it all. I'm not here to finish second.
There you go. Well, congratulations. Any shout-outs tonight, Jacob?
I just want to shout out Ball State Esports. Thank you for sponsoring an amazing program. Thank you to my teammates. Thank you to Nathaniel for helping me prep for this race. Thanks to my parents for helping me, fund this, and yeah.
Awesome. Well, we welcome you to the league, and looking forward to more good things. And we'll see you next week.
All right, guys, have a good one. Good night.
Hey, you too, buddy.
You too.
All right, let's see if we can't get our third place guy in here, Alex Jacobson. What you think there, Rich? You want to go ahead and lead this one off for us? There he is, right there.
Hey, Alex, that was a heck of a battle. I know you probably wanted first place, but you, Brock, and Jacob sure put on a show tonight.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I was just hoping that something would work out. I'd be able to find some speed or something, find a way past either of them, but they were just doing a great job. We were all just pushing so hard, and it was just a lot of fun, so I can't really complain about third place, but obviously, yeah, I wish I could have held on to first from the start.
Well, I mean, quite often, if there's two cars battling ahead of you, third's the place to be, but everything kind of worked out. I mean, everybody tried some moves the last couple laps, but Brock held it off. But I mean, you've had some solid weeks here at FMA, and doing the Pro-Am category, pretty proud.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a great run of races here, and hopefully I'll break through one of these races, be able to beat Brock and Jacob at some point, but just enjoying the run so far.
Awesome. Well, Mexico City next week. Maybe Mexico City. Is that a track you favor?
I've only run it in LMP, so it's going to take a little bit of time to get back used to it. I definitely struggle out through the stadium section, so we'll see. I'm not sure how it's going to go.
It's pretty technical, but congratulations, Alex. Any shout-outs tonight?
Shout out to you guys on the broadcast. Shout out to the guys in the race. I know we had a little bit of a interesting start there at the beginning there, but after that, it was just so much fun. Just a lot of clean and great racing out there.
Well, that is for sure it was. We look forward to seeing you next week, and congratulations once again, Alex.
Thank you.
Wonder if we could maybe speak. Let's see if we can maybe bring in. Let's see, Dustin Wells, maybe.
Yeah, that'll work. There we go. Dustin Wells, Adam Blackhalter, and Rich Swindell in the booth. What's going on, man?
How's it going, guys?
Oh, man, doing pretty good. The 16th place finish here. Not what you wanted, but, man, you had a solid performance tonight.
Yeah, it was starting off pretty smooth. The yellow was completely different. Never had a yellow at a road course in a GT3, so always something new.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen what we've seen here in the booth from the chopper cam, but you couldn't get through there. It was literally a pull apart. It was a parking garage, man. 12 cars, one of them upside down. It was just, honestly, it was phenomenal to see.
Yeah, I bet it was. I haven't really even watched it yet, so I'm excited to see what it goes for. I mean, I hate it for the people it did happen to. Their race was completely shut down. But I bet it was pretty interesting.
Rich,
Dustin, you've had some solid weeks here with FMA. You're doing quite well in your division. What are we going to see next week from you? You got a little more in store in the Aston?
Always, forever, and always. I've been putting in some practice at Mexico. It's going to be an interesting course. Excited to see what everybody else will do and see where we go from there.
Awesome. Well, congratulations once again. Any shout-outs tonight there, Dustin?
Yes, as always, my nephews, my brother, friends and family, Aaron and the Big Cheese. No foosball this week, bud. I'm sorry, bud. Self-spun. Shit happens. But most importantly, thank you to y'all and everybody who does show up.
Can I ask who Aaron and the Big Cheese are? You've said that a few times.
Man. We talked about this. That's the funny part. I knew it was coming. So Aaron is a good friend of mine. We used to be coworkers. He re-sparked my love for racing, I guess. I loved it as a kid. I kind of faded away from it, but he took me to a race. He's a really good friend. And now the Big Cheese. I hope you're ready for this one. It is my dog.
I am. Ah, yes, my man.
Yes, it is my little pit.
Oh, there we go. I'm a dog lover, so I appreciate the sentiments, and I'm glad I finally asked. So congratulations, Dustin. Congratulations on Big Cheese and Aaron, and we'll see you next week.
Hey, we'll see you next week. Hopefully, nothing crazy happens this time.
Yeah, let's hope not. Thanks again.
Hey, no problem, guys.
And then I think lastly, maybe if we could, I'm trying to go by, make sure we get the people in their classes who've done something good tonight. I see James, is it James Tankersley? My timing scoring's gone all messed up on me, but I think James Tankersley, amateur driver, did podium tonight, so maybe we could bring him in.
Absolutely, here he is right here, James Tankersley.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Hey, James. Is it James or Jay? I'm getting confused.
Real name's James. I go by Jay.
Oh, well, that's why I'm so confused, Jay. You know, we've spoken to Uncle Tank a few times in here, but
Yep.
I think this is the first time we've gotten to speak to you. Is that not correct?
Yes, sir, it is. I got lost trying to find the interview room.
There we go. Well, you didn't get lost today. You're here. That was a heck of a race. How did you survive that first lap calamity? Because you were back in that center of all that, were you not?
Man, I barely missed it. I'm not sure how it happened, but I think the guys in my Discord group gave me a little bit of a heads up before I got to it, and it helped me out a lot.
Yeah, I mean, the track was completely blocked, and you took advantage. You moved up 10 positions, got yourself on the podium. A solid effort in the Mercedes, and it's nice to see you on the podium. James, have you done any practice yet for Mexico?
No, I have not.
There
I'll
you go.
probably start on
Have you
that
ever raced
tomorrow.
there before at all?
No, I haven't. I ain't even bought the track yet.
Oh, that's what I like to hear. It's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be an interesting one. It's street circuit, a little technical, but definitely not Watkins Glen.
Oh yeah, this was a fun track, man. I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, Watkins Glen's always fun. Next one, I think you're gonna enjoy. Anybody you'd like to thank or give a shout out to tonight, James?
Man, you know, first I gotta thank the good Lord above. You know, this isn't a cheap hobby, but we're blessed enough to get to do it. I'd like to thank my wife for allowing me to do this. She's a superwoman, man. We got a 2-year-old, and she just makes sure he's took care of while I do these races on Mondays and Sunday nights. You know, thank my brother. You know, he's taught me the little techniques that make the big differences, and you know, he's helped me out a lot. I'd also like to thank you guys for bringing the extra element to the sim world that just makes it that much more fun. Really appreciate you guys.
James, those are all good words. We appreciate the thanks, and we always enjoy the Tankersleys racing here at FMA, and nice to see you on the podium saying, hey brother, move aside, it's my time to shine. So we'll see you next week.
Yes sir, thank y'all.
Thank you. Hey Adam.
Yeah.
Since he's in the interview room, well, let's drag in Anthony Barranco. You got an extra couple minutes? You talk to him.
I got all the time in the world to talk to Anthony Barranco.
Hello.
Anthony,
I
man.
thought I was never going to jump in, but...
Well, you know, we got some...
Well, we were debating, Anthony. Yeah.
We got a
you
bunch
can
of
debate
people
all
here.
you want. That was a hell of a race up front, at least.
Yeah, it was.
So bad for the guys at the back.
Yeah, you know, so we were watching here. I mean, you were up there, the top 4 here, nose to tail with the leader. You kind of fell back a little bit, and I was like, man, if he gets hooked up here with Brandon Anderson, I think they're going to draft back up there, because your times were as fast, if not faster, than the leader's times pretty consistently. So I was like, man, he lost the draft a little bit and worked your way back up there. Looks like Brandon beat you out just a little bit, but... You know, we'll take a top 5, buddy. We'll take a top 5.
Oh, I'll definitely take it, but it's definitely what could have been. I knew I was taking care of my tires, saving a little bit of fuel, and I didn't save enough, and I didn't pay attention on when they pitted. I was supposed to pit. I crossed that lap with 0.8 laps of fuel remaining, so I had to soft it around for a lap. And just talking with the guys in the interview room, I lost 12 seconds because of that, and I think my gap to my class leader was 9, so it cost me big time for sure.
Yeah, I was wondering, Anthony. I'm like, how has he got 1 extra lap of fuel over Brock, Jacob, and Alex? And well, you kind of answered that question, unfortunately. But hey, you drove hard, you drove fast all night long, and certainly had some battles.
Absolutely. I mean, it's the three amigos again. Me, Anderson, and Rosario separated by nothing for the last third of the race again, basically. I mean, I came out right between them, and I thought there'd be more of a... Rosario, I don't know if he just tore up his tires, but it just seemed like he could never get close unless I started fighting with Anderson. So I tried to not fight with Anderson, keep the gap, and then try to go for it on the last couple laps, and didn't make it happen, but good, clean race.
Well, excellent, Anthony. Well, we appreciate you waiting it out to talk to us. Anybody you'd like to give a shout out to tonight?
The competitors, man, Jacobson, I just got no answers for him, and even when I did, I mess up the strategy. Brock and the newcomer, Mr. Jacob, man, when he came out of nowhere, he caught me like nothing. I just let him go, hoping he would fight with them and bring them back to me. It was just a big strategy game, and can't wait to listen to you guys in the booth and the broadcast, because it sounds like it was a barn burner at both ends of the field, for better and worse.
It certainly was, Anthony. Well, thanks for joining us. We look forward to seeing you next week.
Absolutely. It's Mexico, right?
Yes, sir.
It's Mexico.
Game on. I'll wear my sombrero for the whole race.
Si, senor.
I'll have a margarita for you.
Oh, that ain't a bad idea there.
Yeah.
All right, Anthony. Have a good one. All right, Rich. Well, sounds like that's going to be it for us tonight, huh? Let's...
Yeah, it was a lot of fun tonight, Adam. I'm glad to have called that race with you. That was a lot of fun in the booth. Always nice working with you. We've done half the season now here at Freedom Motorsports Alliance, Watkins Glen. Week 6, we got 12-week season. I'm Richard Swindells for Racer Nexus. One of our sponsors, Apex Sim Racing. Get your good deals. We've got discount codes, I believe, in our Discord here at Racer Nexus. Always track cams before gourmets, track cams 22. But for Adam Gladfelter doing production commentary, I'm Richard Swindells. Thanks for joining us here, Racer Nexus for Freedom Motorsports Alliance.
Good night, everybody.